All right, let's dive right in. Have you ever felt like the very things you need to grow your business are actually the same things holding it back? It's a huge problem. Today, we're going to explore a completely different way for businesses in India to think about growth and, the assets that are supposed to be fueling it.
It doesn't matter if you're a founder, a CFO, or running operations. The story's always the same. You need capital to grow, right? But the very assets you need, the machinery, the trucks, the computers, they're tying up all that cash. And it's true whether you're in manufacturing, logistics, or IT. These essential tools can start to feel less like an engine pushing you forward and more like an anchor dragging you down. And that brings us to this really crucial idea. We call it the asset drag dilemma. Seriously, it's like a silent growth killer. So many businesses, especially SMEs and MSMEs, are dealing with this, and they might not even have a name for it. So what is asset drag exactly? Well, it's what happens when your cash is stuck, locked into machinery, vehicles, IT gear, all things that are depreciating, losing value every single day. And that's money that you could be using for expansion, for R&D, for just improving your cash flow. Instead, these assets are holding your most valuable resource, your capital, completely hostage. But what if there was a way to break that cycle? What if you could get all the assets you need, but without that drag? Well, there is. It's time to unlock a much smarter form of capital. And this is exactly where Punarvasu comes into the picture. We've built this single, unified platform where you can structure, compare, and manage operating leases from all of India's top partners. It's all in one place, designed to help you get, well, exactly what you see here: smarter capital and faster growth. It's all about a big strategic shift, really, and it's guided by this simple but incredibly powerful idea. Lease the assets that depreciate and buy the assets that appreciate. Think about it. Why would you sink your own capital into something that's guaranteed to lose value? Instead, you can use smart, flexible financing to get access to it and keep your precious cash for things that'll actually grow your business. Okay, so how does this all work? First, and this is really important, Punarvasu is not just another lender. We're not a simple marketplace either. We're something totally different, built from the ground up for how complex business is today. See, we're what's called an intelligence orchestrator, and that's a world away from the aggregator model you see with, say, Uber or Zomato. An aggregator just bundles everything under one brand. It can be a bit one-size-fits-all. But an orchestrator, that's us, we connect and coordinate an entire network of independent specialists. Our job is to find the absolute perfect, tailor-made solution for your specific need. Think of our platform as the control plane for all of this. It intelligently routes your requests to the perfect partner. So, for example, let's say you need a standard forklift at your warehouse, like tomorrow. We'll instantly route you to a velocity-focused partner who's all about speed. But what if you need a really complex IT setup with a whole plan for future upgrades and security? Then we connect you to a Lifecycle-focused expert who specializes in that. And what's so powerful about this model is that our incentives are 100% aligned with yours. We don't own any of the assets ourselves, so we're never trying to push our own inventory on you. Our only goal, the only way we succeed, is by finding you the absolute best deal and the best solution from our entire network. We're on your side. So, what does this actually mean for your business? It means we can put together a solution for pretty much any asset you can think of in just about any industry. Basically, if it's an asset that can be redeployed or has some residual value, we can handle it. Right, so if you're in an asset-heavy industry like manufacturing or construction, we can connect you with partners for the latest CNC machines, robotics, heavy excavators, you name it. And the best part? You get all of this without that crippling upfront investment, letting you scale your production up or down whenever you need to. Or maybe you're in logistics and supply chain. We cover the whole thing, from forklifts in the warehouse to entire commercial fleets. And yeah, that includes EVs too. We can even help you hit your sustainability targets with asset-light solutions like rooftop solar, all on a simple OpEx pay-as-you-go model. And what about high-tech fields like healthcare or IT? We solve that constant headache of technology becoming obsolete. So if you need the latest MRI scanner or it's time for a complete laptop refresh for your whole team, we make it happen. We set you up with disciplined, predictable upgrade cycles so your people always have the best tools for the job. The key takeaway here is this. Punarvasu becomes your single point of contact for any asset need. Doesn't matter if it's big or small.
From a single forklift to a full IT overhaul, we simplify the entire process for you from start to finish.
And all of this translates into real, tangible benefits for your business. It's all about eliminating that asset drag we started with and making a direct, positive impact on your bottom line.
By switching to a smart OpEx model, your payments become a regular business expense. Now, this is a total game changer for your finances. We're talking about significant savings, potentially cutting your total cost of ownership by around 30% compared to buying that same asset outright. That's huge.
Now check this out. This is one of our most powerful tools. Got a ton of capital tied up in assets you already own? We can do what's called a sale and leaseback. And no, it's not a distress signal. It's an incredibly savvy liquidity strategy. You sell your existing assets to one of our partners and then just lease them back. Instantly, you've unlocked all that trapped capital to fund growth, boost your cash flow, whatever you need.
So it really boils down to a 4-part advantage. 1, you preserve your working capital for growth. 2, you get access to the absolute latest technology. 3, you completely manage the risk of that tech becoming obsolete. And 4, you improve your cash flow immediately from day 1.
Okay, so what's the next strategic move for your business? This is about so much more than just getting equipment. It's about fundamentally rethinking your whole approach to capital.
It's about looking at how you deploy capital and making sure every single rupee is working to maximize your growth and efficiency. Shifting from Capex to OpEx, that's not just a workaround. It's a core liquidity strategy for building a more resilient, a more agile, and ultimately a more profitable business.
And remember, we're more than just a tech platform. Our team of procurement and asset lifecycle experts are here to partner with you. We'll help you analyze your operations, optimize your production lines, your entire asset strategy, really. We make sure you have exactly the right equipment at exactly the right time.
So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about for your own business. Really take a hard look. Is your capital actually working for you, or is it tied up in assets that are working against you? Look, if you're ready to make your assets a true engine for growth, let's talk. It's time to get rid of that asset drag for good. It's time to grow smarter and faster.